Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a refresher video on factoring so that it would help you get through your work for today. So today we're just going to do a few factoring problems and then I'm sure it'll start to come back to you. First of all, when we're factoring quadratics, remember it always has to be set equal to 0. So if you ever get one that's not set equal to 0, you need to either add or subtract so that it is set equal to 0. Our next piece is we want to find two factors that multiply to get you 30. So one way to do this is to just make a little chart and write the factors of 30. So of course we have 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and 5 and 6. So out of all these factors, you have to decide which two will add up to give you 11. And of all our choices here, 5 and 6 will give me 11. So I know I have x times x gives me x squared. And we just decided to use 5 and 6. That multiplies to get 30. And then in order to have a positive 11, I need a plus 5 and a plus 6. So that's all for number 1. Feel free to write these down. If you missed that one, it is on YouTube, so you can always just go back and watch it again. For the next example, same thing. I still need two factors. So this time I want the factors of 10. So like I said, draw a little chart if it helps. You have 1 and 10, 2 and 5. Of these options, 2 and 5 will give me 3. Now I need to somehow get a negative 3. So in order to have a negative 3, I would need a plus 2 and a minus 5. So x plus 2 and x minus 5 are the factors of that one. Now, these two first examples are what you do when there is not, basically when the number in front of x squared is 1. So there's nothing in front of x squared, it's just a x times x. You just do basic factoring. However, the next two examples are when there is a number in front of x squared. So for the next one, you can't just take factors of 5 and get 9. There aren't any that do that. And I'm sure you don't want a result of the quadratic formula. So another option is to do 2 times 5. Now 2 times 5, or 2 times negative 5 is going to give me negative 10. So my factors here are still 1 and 10, 2 and 5. So I have to decide which of these two is going to give me 9. 1 and 10 is going to do that. So I still would do x times x, and I'm still going to use 1 and 10, just like normal. In order to get a negative 9, I would need to have a plus 1 and a minus 10. Now, this obviously isn't the factors, because if I was to FOIL this out, I would not get 2x squared plus 9x minus 5. Since I multiplied that 2 in order to get my factors, I now have to divide it out in order to even things up. So I'm going to divide this one by 2 and this one by 2. Now, if it divides evenly, such as 10 divided by 2, you just divide. So this factor just becomes x minus 5. However, here, we don't really want fractions in there. So this bottom piece just comes up, and you get 2x plus 1. Now, if I FOIL my two factors, I will get my original quadratic. Then I have one more example. Uh, 6x squared plus 22x minus 8. Same thing, there are no factors of 8 that will give me 22. Now if I multiply 6 and 8, it's going to give me 48. It's not terribly big numbers. Sometimes you will get really big numbers. I always suggest looking for a GCF first, a greatest common factor. So between 6, 22, and negative 8, the common factor or the greatest common factor they have is 2. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 out just to make it a little easier. So when I pull a 2 out of 6x squared, I get 3x squared. When I pull 2 out of 22x, I get 11x. And when I pull 2 out of negative 8, I get negative 4. Now this piece is a whole lot easier to factor than the original, so make sure you always look for GCFs. So now I want to factor just like before. Again, still no factors of 4 give me 11. So I'm going to multiply my first term with my last. 3 times negative 4 gives me negative 12. So factors of negative 12 or 12 in general, will be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Of these, remember there's still a 2 out front. Of these, the only two that I can pair together to get 11 would be 1 and 12. So same process as usual, x times x, and then I picked 1 and 12. And in order to get a positive 11, I need a minus 1 and a positive 12. I can't leave it like this. Remember, I multiplied that 3, so in order to even things back out, I have to divide the 3. So I'm going to divide 3 here and divide 3 here. Don't forget about your 2. This does not divide nicely, so I'm going to bring this 3 up. I get 3x minus 1. This does divide pretty, and I get x plus 4. So these are your factors, 3x plus 1 and x plus 4 of your original quadratic. So guys, this is just a brief refresher on factoring for while I'm gone. So if you missed any of this or you didn't quite catch it, it is on YouTube. You can always just go back and rewatch it again. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday.